Guys, I have went on a massive shopping spree for stocks in the past 10 trading days. I've spent over $38,000 in 10 trading days. And so what I want to do here today is I want to go through all the stocks I bought with that money. I want to show you the cost I bought those shares at. I want to show you one stock I did sell off of. There was one stock I did sell off of. I want to show you what price I sold out of those shares at. This is the biggest week ever in my life for buying stocks, like the last 10 trading days specifically. I've never funneled as much money into stock market accounts as I have the past 10 trading days, guys. This is absolutely ridiculous, okay? Some people love to go on shopping sprees for clothes, for shoes, for purses, for things for their car. Me personally, I love to go on shopping sprees for stocks when I feel like there are a lot of good deals out there, guys. So this was an extraordinary amount of money for me in the past 10 trading days. Like, this is not normal, okay? A typical month for me is between $10,000 and $12,000, and that is total into my different stock market accounts. Like, that's a typical amount of what I put in a 30-day span, somewhere between $10,000 and $12,000. Typical, okay? We're a lot higher than that. A huge month for me typically, if I'm like really like, oh man, I got to get into these shares. I feel like there's value here, value there. 15 to 20,000 is like a huge month for me. So the fact that we put in, $30,000+ in 10 trading days is really like a number I've never like even thought of before, okay? Like, that is absolutely ridiculous, all right? The few things I want to address, long term over short term. So if you're not very familiar with me or whatnot, you're new to this channel and you're just seeing this video, I'm a long-term investor. I'm not buying these shares in these stocks I'm about to show you because I feel like they're going to go up next week or next month, or maybe I can make a little profit on them and sell off. No, like I'm planning on holding these shares for a long time to come and hopefully make a lot of money over the coming years in these shares, all right? I always have a lot of money on the side. Sometimes people, wonder, why do you always keep a lot of money on the side? It's for extraordinary situations like we've had here in the past 10 trading days. There are always a few times of year during the year that you're going to get a massive dip in the stock market for whatever reason. And I'm not saying this is a bottom. I'm not calling a bottom or anything like that. It just happens, guys. 3 to 4 times a year, you're going to get a massive dip in the stock market, and just a lot of companies are going to open up, and there are going to be a lot of great valuations that you can get involved with, okay? This is why I do this. This is why I always keep a lot of money just stored away on the side and just ready to go in my accounts whenever I feel, it's the time, okay? I still have a decent amount of money on the side, but not nearly as much, obviously. I've funneled so much money into my accounts recently that the amounts I have on the sideline is much less at this point in time, but I still have some in case we see some more dips next week, all right? And last thing I want to address before we get into this is people say, what if these go down more? You may not have bought at the bottom. I never plan on buying a stock at the bottom. I never plan on buying a stock at the lowest price. It's just unrealistic. I'm a value investor. As a value investor, it's like a Warren Buffett type philosophy, okay? Warren Buffett never worries about, am I getting the shares at the very lowest price, or can they go down again tomorrow or next week or next month or anything like that. Like, the philosophy on this is this company severely undervalued when you look at what growth they should have over the next 3, 5, 10 years? If the answer is yes, it probably makes sense to buy it. If it's not, then you probably don't want to touch it, okay? But I never worry about, oh, did I get these shares at the lowest price possible? Because it's just unrealistic, guys. There's no way you can possibly get those shares at the lowest price possible unless you get really lucky. Almost every single stock I've ever bought in my life goes down in the short term, or, it's just unrealistic to buy at a very, very bottom there, guys. So that covers that. I just want to kind of get across this part before we get into today's video so you guys kind of understand my thought process on this. And like I said, I got a little more money on the sideline, so if we get a bunch more dips next week, I still have some money out there to buy with. It's just not as much money, guys. So I hope you enjoy this. Hit a thumbs up if you do, and let's get into this. Alrighty, guys, the first purchase up here is a good company you guys will know. This is one I've been buying in heavily the last few months, and I plan to continue to buy this one probably throughout the rest of 2018. And this one is Facebook, all right? So on October 2nd, I ended up buying some Facebook shares, ticker symbol FB. I bought 25 35 shares at a price of $158.98. That was around a $4,000 trade. You guys know how much I believe in Facebook. I've spoke about it many times on this channel, where that company's going over the long term with, you know, the Facebook brand, Instagram brand, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Oculus, just a lot of big things that company's doing, and a super profitable company with ad rates going in the right direction, all right? The second stock I have bought is Cirrus Logic, otherwise known as Cruisy Doozy, ticker symbol CRUS. On this trade, this was on October 4th, I bought 80 shares of Cruise at $37.51. That was just over a $3,000 trade. Cirrus Logic, as you know, I plan on you know, holding that one for at least the next few years. They have a lot of big things going for them in the audio signal chain, in the voice applications and things like that, voice biometrics. They have so many great growth vectors going for that company over the next few years. I absolutely love that company. A bit of a smaller company, only about a $2 billion market cap, but I love it, and I feel like when anything under $40 is a deal for me in the end of the day, okay? On October 5th, I also bought some more Cirrus Logic, all right? I bought 135 more shares at a rate around $36 even. That was just under a $5,000 trade there in Cirrus Logic, all right? Then on to the next trade, I bought some more Facebook shares, ticker symbol FB. Once again, I bought 35 shares there. This one was at $157.75. This was for an amount of around $5,500 there in Facebook, all right? Now to a really, really big trade, okay? This is, typically I don't make a lot of five-figure trades all in one day. Usually it's like a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 type trades is what I usually do. This was a really, really big trade, okay? Cirrus Logic, on October 1st, I bought 280 shares at $38 there. That was over a $10,000 trade there. Once again, that's a much bigger trade than I usually make. I usually don't make that many five-figure trades all in one specific trade, you know, like that, guys. So that was a pretty big one there. And like I said, anything under 40, I'm buying Cirrus Logic at the end of the day. Next one up here is Toll Brothers. So on October 10th, I bought some Toll Brothers, ticker symbol TOL. They're a luxury home builder, if you didn't know. About 165 shares. I paid just about $31.91 for those shares. That was around $5,200 worth of shares in Toll Brothers there. You know, Toll Brothers, a lot of people are talking about interest rates and how that can affect Toll Brothers, things like that. What I'm seeing out of Toll Brothers when I go to their communities and actually talk with the people there on the ground is that sales numbers are very, very strong right now, despite any worries about interest rates. Doesn't mean they can't weaken in the future. I'm just saying what, like, the numbers that are coming in right now are very, very strong. And that's kind of what I got to judge a business off of as of right now, all right? And the next one up here is Alibaba. So also on October 10th, I bought some Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA, one of the biggest Chinese you know, companies out there, I guess you could say. Massive, massive online retailer, and they're into a lot of different businesses. I bought 35 shares. I paid $139, almost $140 per share there, and that was just under a $5,000 trade there in Alibaba, all right? Now, in terms of the stock, I did decide to sell. I didn't sell this stock because I don't believe, like, it's not a situation where I'm like, oh, I don't believe in that stock anymore, or it's massively overvalued or something like that. The only reason I sold off this stock was just to have some extra money so I could go ahead and invest that money, okay? So it wasn't because I don't believe in this company anymore, I think it's a bad company or something like that, okay? I actually love this company and it made me quite a bit of money, okay? So I did decide to sell off some Monster shares, ticker symbol MNST. I sold off 100 shares. This was back on October 5th. That was a little over $5,600 worth there. And once again, that was just to raise some more capital so I could invest some more money in companies I felt like were a better value there. So total in Monster, I made quite a bit of money in that in a short amount of time for considering how small a position was. I ended up making a profit over $1,500. So, you know, I would have loved to hold that one longer, but at the end of the day, you know, there are a lot of companies I feel like will outperform Monster over the next 3 to 5 years. So sometimes you just have to make tough decisions like that and sell a great stock that is performing very well, and that one has done well for us. We made over $1,500. There's nothing I can complain about with that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. Let me know if you enjoyed this. You know, just kind of sharing kind of the moves I'm making out there and kind of putting the money where my mouth is and whatnot. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.